Hello there. We're back again in the old town. We did have a look round it a couple of days ago. I have uploaded a video if you want to have a look, and that was done all around the old town harbour. So we were showing some of the restaurants and shops around that area. But this is the old town, the main part of it, I believe. Again, there's a lot of Irish bars here. One over there on the right, Mulligan's. But this is my first time walking around it, so I'm not that familiar. So we're just going to have a little wander around, see what we can find. Now, as it's an old town, some of the streets are very narrow and there's only pavement on one side, as it is here, so you have to cross over. But the good thing about that is it is all one way, pretty much. So you ain't got to look both ways when you're crossing the road. You just got to have a quick glance, see if there's any traffic, and then cross over. Now the traffic is quite light actually. We were here in the afternoon when we done this tour, and it was very light. So that's on the plus side, traffic's light, but on the negative side it is very hilly. As you would expect on anything near a harbour, it's going to be a lot of hills to climb. But it was very pleasant. It was around about 26 degrees when we done this walk, having a look around. So all pretty good. Now, as I say, there is a lot of bars and restaurants along here. Some Spanish and a lot of them Irish. There's a little Spanish one there, Da Vinci. Looks very nice outside. Now, I didn't get a chance to eat in a lot of these places because we were staying in an all-inclusive, and obviously it was all laid on and paid for, so we were generally sort of staying there. But if you were just doing a B&B or just an Airbnb or just hiring an apartment for a week, then this is where you would come for your food. But it's pretty much reasonably priced. The dog and duck there. Well, very reasonably priced actually. I think it was maybe a little bit more expensive around the harbour than it is on the main strip, as they call it. So you've got a nice little Italian one there with the beer barrels. All look very nice. And plenty of outside seating in most of these little establishments, so you can just watch the world go by. And as I say, when we were here, it was on a Saturday afternoon, but it was quite early in the afternoon, so it was fairly quiet. I imagine it was a lot busier in the evenings. Oh, there's a funny looking butcher shop there. Is that real? I don't know if that's real or not. I was going to go in and ask when I walked past, but it looked real from the shop window. I'm sure someone will know who's been in there. But there's some great looking little restaurants along here, it has to be said. Very quaint, I think the word is. So onwards up the hill. A lot of these shops and restaurants have got these little seating outside as well. I suppose it's for smokers to sit outside, but it's very handy if you're just sort of doing a walk, because it is very hilly. You can just stop, sit down for 5 minutes and just take in the scenery. So some lovely old shops around the old harbour. And as I've said in previous videos, I think it's all year round, so it's not a seasonal place to visit. The weather's pretty good whether you come in January or whether you come in June. The Blarney Stone there. So it's all fairly reasonably priced as well, the beer and the food and everything. Now some of them sort of open around about midday or maybe in the afternoon, as they're going to be going on late into the evening. But even at this time it was fairly busy. And this was, like I say in previous videos, it was in October, November time. Another little bar there. Didn't catch the name of that one as I walked past. Going back up the hill again. But a nice view, that's for sure. And it's very big actually. Well, I say very big, it's not bigger than sort of an average sized town, but it's quite a lot there. It's not just like a few parades of shops. The actual strip is around about 2 kilometres long, maybe even longer. Now we did walk it on this tour as well, and it took around 50 minutes from here in the Old Harbour to get back to our hotel, the Rio. And the reason we did that is we got the bus into town and we thought we'd walk back the coastal route, because the bus, it goes along the coastal route coming here, but it goes up round the back because it's all sort of a one-way system. Once you get past here, the Avenue de la Playas, I think they call it, is all a one-way system, which has its benefits, as I say, because there's so many shops and bars. You've only got to look at one lot of traffic coming along. Brennan's, little bar there, all showing the Irish football as well. There's another one, Luke Kelly's. That one's shuttered up, I'm not sure if it's still open. But no shortage, that's for sure. But hot and thirsty work, walking up and down these hills. There's another one there. Ginty McGinty's. Purveyors of fine food and drink. Quite the steep hill, this one. Now while we were doing this walk, we were trying to find a bus stop as well. We were initially intending to get the bus back, but we couldn't actually find the bus stop because, as I say, it goes around the back on the way back, so we couldn't actually find it. So we abandoned that idea and thought we'll have a look on Google Maps, see how long it takes to walk back, and we'll do it. And we did. And it took around over an hour because we had a few stops on the benches and just took in the sights. There was no rush, but it was pretty nice, all in all. Another lively one, playing a bit of music. I like these beer barrels outside these restaurants, they look really good. Yeah, looks very nice. Didn't get to visit a lot of them, as I say, we were all inclusive, but next time, and there will be a next time, that's for sure, because the weather was great, it has to be said. Now there was a little restaurant just up here, you can see the people standing outside. This was very busy. So this was like sort of lunchtime or late breakfast, but there was a queue outside to get into it, so it's obviously pretty good. Coffee and brunch. As you can see, people are queuing up outside, having to wait for someone to leave so they could get in. Again, we didn't try that, but next time we'll certainly have to do that because it was very busy. But for now, onwards and upwards. Right, it's quite a steep climb, I'm sure you'll agree. So I think it would be time for a pit stop, take in the view, have some water, and then we'll start our walk back. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, you could buy me a coffee, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.